tears I see their demise. Take my hand and we'll run away through the ashes and burning flames. You and me will fly together, breaking through the sky. We'll show the world what's mine. What's yours? What's mine? We'll throw it all together and we'll blur the line. I'll never let you fall, and I'll never let you go. Two broken hearts are so much stronger as a whole. What's yours? What's mine? We'll shatter it to pieces, make them all mine. I'll take whatever's yours and we'll make it so divine, so we can show the world what's mine.
Welcome to Silent Voices. You might have heard about this game demo. As I understood, it is currently on indefinite hiatus, and the game is freaking loud. I'm sorry. Yeah, but I still wanted to show you this demo. I wanted to play it myself for a while now, and never got around to do that. And yeah, that's why we're here now. And I don't know, it's quite sad that this never was fully released, or isn't fully released yet. Maybe they're working on it, maybe not. I haven't checked the Kickstarter page, but the Twitter wasn't updated since last October. No, last September? Or August? Oh well, last year, since last year, and so I don't know what is going on here with this game, but I would really wish for it to be fully released. I played some parts of the demo already. I tried to record it before. But yeah, let's get into this. And you saw there are 12 different characters, and I'm really the worst at giving voices, so I decided to give everyone the same voice. I am sorry. I might try to differentiate them somehow, but I doubt that I'll be able to remember the voices I gave them. I'm super bad with that. Let's get into this. 1 week ago, this was a really bad idea, but it doesn't matter anymore. I'm already here, and I've already made up my mind. I need to do this. I need to save them. Chapter 0. Long ago, there were 3 countries of power on the triangular continent. The agricultural country Florida, the military country the Martasco, the industrial country Citelle. For a long time, these 3 countries managed to coexist peacefully with one another. What each lacked, the other 2 made up for. And as you can see, we are in Martasco right now. However, that all changed when King Emmett ascended the throne in Martasco. He sent troops to the other two countries, hoping to seize their resources and become the sole ruler of the triangular continent. With nothing but twigs and farm tools to protect them, Florally was forced to give up its rights and surrender its resources to the military country. Martasco then turned its gaze up north. However, Citelle was ready for this. While Martasco had been busy conquering the agricultural country, Citelle set forth a counterattack. Called the Human Advancement for Societal Benefit and Experimentation Research, or HASBER for short, the industrial country drafted its citizens to be genetically modified in order to be able to combat the Martascan forces. King Emmet has long since passed away, but his legacy remains. He has left behind a triangular continent that is a faint shadow of its former glory. Tension among Citelle and Martasco continues to run high, while Florally is caught in the middle and forced to either provide for both countries or risk being destroyed. Martasco continues to train its children to battle, and Citelle's experimentation project makes the influx of soldiers never-ending. It has been 628 years since this conflict has started. Is that it? I don't really care about King Emmet or these Italian scientists. I want to read about the commoners, the regular people who were just trying to survive, but no one ever deems them important enough to write about. God damn it! Why does this happen every time? Arias? Arias? Oh, Lady Autumn. Should have known you'd be here. I don't think I've ever seen you out of the library for more than 2 hours. I don't like when she calls me lady. I haven't been a court lady for many years now. It always sounds like she's making fun of me. But that doesn't matter right now. Aries, you're bleeding. What happened? Nothing. It was nothing. Some people were unhappy that I managed to do so well in the last exam, so they decided to come have a little chat with me to try to persuade me to drop out of the A-Sage tournament. Something about having me on the 8 generals being disgraceful. I shut them up real fast. After the royal family, the 8 generals have the most power in this country. They are known as the 8 strongest warriors this land has to offer. Since one of the generals died last month due to illness, the king decided to host a tournament to fill the seat again. The A-side tournament, a once-in-a-lifetime chance. It's still a week away, yet it is all anyone talks about. It may be exciting to some, but all I see is greed and cruelty. People really will do whatever they can to get to the top. This is the 3rd time this week that Arias has gotten hurt. I think it's because you're so strong, Arias. You're the strongest person I know. They're just jealous of you. With the way they fight, I'm sure they are jealous of lots of people. There are a lot of great fighters here. But they target me specifically. Do you know why? It's because I'm a girl. They think I'll just sit there and hold my dress or whatever and let them walk all over me. Library is so much smaller and weak, yet no one ever thinks to mess with him. I don't wear feminine clothes. I cut my hair. Nothing helps. It is because of these 2 things on my chest. If I get rid of them, will they stop coming after me? Yeah, that's it. Sorry for whining. I don't mind. It's not your fault, Arias. They don't see you train so hard every day. You're an inspiration to a lot of people, you know? You're an inspiration to me. You show that girls can be strong and fight. But I suppose my words do not hold much weight. I used to be a court lady, the very embodiment of female expectations that Arias hates. My father is one of the 8 generals, so I have not had to improve and had to prove my worth. I know that I am lucky, but my luck does not help me help Arias. The only thing I can do is sit here and offer her empty words of comfort. I feel useless sometimes. She's my best friend, and you should go to the clinic. You're still bleeding a little. Nah, this is nothing. You should have seen them after I was done. They clearly thought they could overpower me, but I sure showed them. Ask me what happened. Did you win? Of course I did. Even when they tried to covertly gang up on me 4-1, they still couldn't beat me. They think they'll be able to win the final spot for the 8 generals fighting like that. They couldn't even beat me. How do they expect to win the whole thing? I don't expect them to win, because I think you'll win, Arias. That'd be great, of course, but there are a lot of people, strong people, going for this autumn. A lot of strong people, yes, but no one stronger than you. I know Chase wants you to win too. Thanks, I guess. If we do face each other though, Chase better not throw the match. That sounds like the exact kind of crap that he would try to pull. He probably thinks getting beat up by me will make him look uncool in front of all the girls. Chase wouldn't try to do that. He might not seem like he pays attention to things, but he knows that the one thing Arias hates the most is the world is being looked down upon. But he doesn't really have any interest in winning the last seat. He only entered to support Arias. Arias trains hard every day to prove her worth. She's been looked down on all her life. Her brother ranks higher than her even though he's 2 years younger, and it is no secret that her father favors him more. But if she manages to win the ASA tournament and gets the last seed in the 8 generals, she'll finally get the recognition she deserves. And Chase wants to be there for her. So when she's in the arena surrounded by enemies, there's someone familiar next to her. Speaking of which, if it isn't my 2 favorite ladies, how are you on this wonderful day? I heard my name. Could the 2 of you have been talking about this lucky bachelor? Go away, Chase. No one likes you. How mean, the lady wounds me. And that's also not true. I'm sure some people do like me. Hey, Autumn, I'm your friend, right? See? She's just shy. Hey, what can I say? I'm just a lovable dork. You are a liar. That's what you are. Man, you just do your best to push me down every day, don't you? You know what they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Or in my case, what doesn't kill you will come back and try again and again until you are finally dead. Hey, you're bleeding. Yes, I am. You were always well known for your keen and insightful observations, Chase. What happened? Did you get injured in patrol? Bandits or wild animals? I'm fine. There were some merchants who came back to Florilia who reported some trouble with some farmers being equipped with guns. Was it because of them? Did they shoot you? Come on, we have to get this treated right away. Why aren't you at the clinic yet? Chase, what if it gets infected? You need to have that looked at. Citalians never fight fair, do they? Always hiding behind the covertly weapons. Do you think you'll have to get it amputated? Will you ever be able to fight ever again? Who will I spar with in the mornings if you die? What if... Chase! Shut up! Okay, shutting up. I am fine. It wasn't anything like that. It was just a little thing I had to take care of. Was it your brother's friends again? I don't think so. They seem pretty dumb. They didn't seem like people Lyra would hang out with. Pretty sure they were just some people who heard about me and got jealous. At least, I'm famous now. Did you mess them up? I hope they look much worse than you do. I defended myself fine, yes. Good. Hey, last time I said that... What? Last time you said that what? What happened last time? Last time I said that, you told me brute force was not always the answer. Yeah, well, last time you weren't bleeding either. It's fine, it's just a scratch. Arius, nothing is ever fine with you. Last time when you were bleeding everywhere, you said you were fine. Too, because it was no worse than your menstrual cycle. Which sounds pretty scary, by the way. I'm glad I'm not a woman. I'm glad too. I don't think I could listen to your high-pitched squeals. Autumn, she listens to you, right? Make her go. No one makes Aries do anything, Chase. I never win anything with the two of you always ganging up on me. Huh. Remember how we always got into arguments like this when we were younger? We both had so much time that we'd bicker about the most useless things. And every time Autumn would step in as the mediator and take your side. Of course I remember that. You two ganged up on me and bullied me. Is this why I grew up with this me versus the world mentality? Is this why I'm so tragically messed up? I don't remember that happening. Are you sure you're not misremembering things? Yeah, don't blame us. You were messed up to begin with. Rude! I'll have you know I'm the hottest one-hit wonder among ladies. So clearly, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. A one-hit wonder? You know. I think you're the one who doesn't know. Do you even know what that means? Of course I know. It's... Hey, did you just purposely change the topic? Who? Me? No way. Fine. If it'll make you happy, I'll go to the clinic. It would make me very happy. I'll come with you. Autumn, want to come too? It's okay. You can go. Alone. Has anyone ever told you that subtly is your strong suit? Yes, Theo has. Multiple times. Ah, Theo, my best bro. The dude can't stand you. Shh, don't sweat the small details. Hey, Arius, want me to... If you're going to ask if you can carry me bridal style, I'm going to send you to the clinic instead. Joke's on you, that was not what I was going to ask. Not at all. Huh. Then we'll see you later, Autumn. Bye. I hope Aries is okay. She tries to act strong all the time because she thinks that appearing weak is too girly. I've seen Chase cry a couple of times. The first time Aries beat him in a sparring session, the day his father left, the day his mother got diagnosed with illness. But I've never seen Aries cry before. Aries was right, though. I have been spending more time in the library ever since Mother died. Father has a lot of duties and cannot spend time with me. It had often been Mother's job to make sure that my studies and training were going well. After she died, it seemed like I suddenly had so much free time. I almost complained about having too much work before. I would have rather enjoyed my quiet time reading books alone. but I don't think this new freedom of mine is worth the cost of her life. Too much freedom isn't good either. I know the struggle. Right now, there isn't much I wouldn't give to be able to have her sternly lecture me once again. It's not like me to get sentimental. Perhaps it is because it will be her 7-year anniversary in a couple of weeks. A lot has changed in 7 years. I wonder if Mother would even recognize me the way I am right now. Autumn, hello! Hi, Luna. Huh? You're all alone? Chase and Harry's down here with you? I wanted to say hi to them too. No, they had some things to take care of. Oh, alone? I see. Luna understands. How romantic. This is Luna. Despite how she looks, she's a professional assassin. One of this country's best. Yep, that's how she looks. She's a couple years younger than I am, but she's much better at fighting. Assassinations in this country used to be considered suicide missions. The king used to just send assassins off to be vaporized by Citelle's electric walls. But maybe because she's small, she's one of the only people who has managed to get past the industrial country's secure defenses and make it back alive. Or she may be a Citelle citizen that is spying for them and living in Martasco? Just a guess. I don't know. Some say that the king regards her as his own daughter. I'm not sure what that means. Sure that means very much though. Familiar relations do not hold the same importance here as they might elsewhere. Despite her profession, I like her. In a country where deceit and manipulation lie around every corner, her earnestness and cheerfulness make me happy. Even though she has a lot of power already, she continues to work hard every day. She feels like what a sister would be. I wonder if in another world it'd be possible for me to have a younger sibling. That'd be nice. But a lot of people do not think the same way. I've heard people talking about how disturbing it is that she can flash that angelic smile of hers during the day and then go out at night and slaughter families. People don't like her very much, but they're also scared of her. And when people live in fear and hatred, they tend to lash out in the meanest ways possible. You're back from your mission. Yep, it went well. Luna's not hurt at all. I was a little tired, but I passed by some of the merchants coming back from Frilly. They were nice enough to let me ride back with them. Why are you sometimes talking in third person and then again in first? Make up your mind, kid, please. Luna never talks about the specifics of her missions. Whenever she brings them up, they are always just vague descriptions. I don't know if it's because the king orders her to keep quiet or if she tries her best to separate her two lives. Is it true that some of the Florillians had weapons? Well, that's what the merchants were saying. Something about almost getting shot in the face when they tried to collect corn. If that's true though, that means that Citelle has been giving them weapons. Papa said that if this continues, he might have to declare war soon. Yeah, I see. But not yet. He's going to send Luna to give Citelle a warning to stop arming Florillians. Hopefully I'll be able to stop the war. I don't want any more fighting. Luna may wish to stop the fighting, but I don't know if any of the higher-ups share the same sentiment. Tensions have been rising between Martasco and Citelle for more than 6 centuries now. The king is eager to go to war. I'm sure the scientists in Citelle feel the same. And I'm not sure the Citellians would be very inclined to listen to a little girl who makes a living off of killing their own. There you fucking are. walked around the whole plaza looking for you and you were just sitting here chilling? What the hell? Fucking shithead. Avery, you said a bad word. You said multiple bad words. This is Avery. He's angry all the time and I don't understand why. It seems like so much effort to stay mad. I've known him for a year, so he's a rising soldier who has exceptional aim and uses the bow as his primary weapon. I love the bow, but I wouldn't use it as my primary weapon. But okay. I find it fascinating to watch him on the battlefield. It is amazing how he's so loud at any other time, but when he's using his arrows, he's a quiet predator waiting to pounce on his prey. I don't quite like him off the battlefield though. He's hard to talk to. Fuck off. The general with the beard told me to tell you that it's your turn to patrol tonight. When did I suddenly come to fucking messenger around here? Just because I'm the fucking archer doesn't mean I sit around all day doing nothing. They tried knocking down on me and I shoot an arrow up their asses. I don't care whether you show up or not, but it's not my fucking fault if you don't. And tell them that the next time they want you to patrol, they can fucking make the walk here themselves. I see. Thank you for telling me. I'll have you patrol. I haven't done anything since last night, so I'm really bored. Oh, what a shame you haven't been able to kill someone in more than a couple of hours. It must be terrible for you. Avery. That wasn't very nice. Do I look like I fucking care? She's a fucking assassin. It's what she does. If she can't handle the job description, then she should quit her job. Luna just wants to protect her friends. She doesn't really want to hurt anyone. Uh-huh. You tell that to yourself to make yourself feel better. You're right. Sorry. I'll just go then. I'll see you later. Avery, stop. You're a bully. She's an assassin. I'm sure she's heard worse. She's just a little girl. She's a little girl who goes out and kills people. I fucking hate people who can't own up to what they do. She's a murderer for either of you to convince yourselves otherwise. It's just a delusion. Oh, I'm sorry. I was too loud. This voice is killing me anyway. I bet if she killed your fucking boyfriend, you wouldn't be saying the same things. People only ever care if they're personally involved. Anything else that they could care less about. Of course I thought about it. What would happen if the king ordered her to kill me or someone close to me? We have a boyfriend. Autumn, you didn't tell me that you have a good boyfriend. But okay. I can take that, I guess. What should she do? Would she do? What would I do? I know that I'd turn a blind eye on what she does. That I'd be in a different position if someone I loved was threatened. But I don't know what I'd do if I didn't turn the other way. I don't know how I'd face her. Theo isn't my boyfriend. Uh-huh. Just watching the two of you interact makes me gag. Has anyone ever told you that it's disgusting? Yes, you have. Every day. Whatever, I'm sure she'll be back to normal in a couple of hours. Fucking sunshine and rainbows. She'll probably give me a fucking flower or something. Oh, you're not going to apologize to her? Where the hell did you get that idea? Chaser, that deep down you just want what's best for everyone. That you're just misunderstood. What the fuck? Is he making fun of me? She's the king's fucking lapdog. I'm under no obligation to pamper her. I'm sure she has plenty of servants who are willing to do so. Whatever, I delivered the fucking message, I'm out. If you sit in the library all day, your ass will get fed. Thank you for your kind suggestion. I don't really know what to make of him. Avery doesn't like Martasco very much. Every time I see him, he's always going on about how the monarchy needs to go away. It's amazing how he hasn't been executed yet. I've always wondered if he hates the country so much, why he picks up his bow every day to protect it. So, it's the, what is it called? Hellfane? What do I do again? I guess I just press this button and see. Oh, the ringing stopped. Hello? I don't hear anything. Maybe I pressed the wrong button. Let's try this one this time. Hello, can you hear me? Yes, ma'am. I can hear you perfectly fine. Indoor voices. Please, I would appreciate it if you didn't scream my ear off. I'm rather attached to it, literally. Theo, I got it right on the second try this time. Don't sound so pleased with yourself. If I got a penny for every time you hung up on me, I'd be the richest person on earth. It's not good for my pride to get hung up on so many times, you know. This is Theo. Father calls him my adopted brother, but Theo hates it when I call him that. He's actually from Citelle, but no one other than me knows that. If people found out, he could get in trouble. He was found outside my house 5 years ago and Father took him in. His training was placed under my care. He has a lot of cool gadgets that he shows me, like this fell thing, hell cone. I don't remember all the names because he has shown me so many. As for Theo, we didn't get along very well in the beginning. I didn't want a brother, not after Mother had died. And Theo has a brother back in Citelle, a brother who he loves very much. I could never replace him. He fought a lot. He thought I was condescending. I thought he was rude. I told myself that I would never get along with him. But look at us now. There isn't much I wouldn't do for him. So, what have you been up to? Any funny stories to tell? Chase gets himself slapped by another girl yet? I'd rather hear about your day, Theo. What kind of cool things did you build today? You can't ask me stuff like that, Autumn. Haven't had time to geek out in weeks. I've got all this pent-up nerdiness inside me. You know I'll never stop if I start. That's okay. I like listening to you talk. Your voice is nice to listen to. I'll be back to the house at around 9 tonight, so we can talk about my cool inventions then, okay? Oh, you're coming back tonight? Because Theo is really weak. He's often assigned to field work instead of actual fighting. He follows around patrol groups and collects data on what's going on outside of Martasco. It keeps him out of harm's way, so I'm happy he doesn't have to fight as much. But fieldwork requires him to be outside the country for long periods of time, and though we can secretly communicate with this device, I still miss seeing him face to face. Yes, back to civilization with me. Maybe I'll actually be able to take a proper shower tonight if a certain girl doesn't take up all the hot water. You know, it's true. I was assigned to patrol tonight. Oh, is it with that jackass or Mr. Steal Girl? It's with Luna. That cute little chibi. That cute little chibi who could kill you with a pinky. Such little faith you have in me. You can't do one push-up, Theo. That's beside the point. Not one. Well, I called you to tell you that I had a gift for you, but I guess you don't want it. That's fine. Everything's fine. No, I do want it. Is it as cool as the thing that blew hot air in my face last time? It's even cooler. Literally. Oh. Badumts. I'll finish patrol early today, so you come home quickly too. As usual, my amazing puns fly right over your head. Well, she doesn't know what the invention is. Such a waste. Stay safe out there, Theo. I will. Don't worry. I've got Roach here with me. Roach? I took out Robot of Justice with one kick last time. So, as long as I don't run into any freakish brute out here, I'll be just fine. You're not very nice, are you? And the pot calls the kettle black. Then I'll get going. See you in a bit, Autumn. Bye! It's the red button. Oh, I see, thanks. It's weird. Theo teaches me new things, and in return, I try to protect him as much as I can. It's kind of like the triangular continent of the old days, a Martasco and the Citelle working together. I hope that we end up with a happy ending. I have read and agreed to the terms and conditions. Ideally? What? No. Can I change that? I can. Let's go with Kaja. Yay! Ugh, my head. I must have dozed off. I did stay up last night trying to finish that final project. But there was the dream again. I can never remember it when I wake up, but it always makes me feel like I'm forgetting something important. Like the feeling of dread you get in your stomach when the teacher announces that they are collecting homework that you haven't done. Well, whatever. I'm sure if it's important, it'll eventually come up one day. It's a nice day outside though. The city is as beautiful as always. A glorious city, Citelle, known for its inventions and scientific achievements. I wonder if it'll look the same when I'm a soldier. Will I even be around often enough to appreciate it? I have 2 weeks left of being a normal person, huh? Crap. I don't have time to be thinking about this. I'm going to be late. It's my first day too. Gotta run. I just need a toast in my mouth and I'll be the splitting image of a trope. Huh. This place looks nicer than I thought. When the government got me to sign that sketchy looking contract, I was pretty sure I was going to have to work in some dark alley. I should go with the person in charge and... Gotcha! Ow. I just heard a crack. I hope it wasn't something important. Stay with me, don't die. Do you know how suspicious I'd look with a dead body in my arm? On my hand? Hey, where's the best place to dump a body? Do you know? Ow. Oh, you're awake. You scared me back there. I was busy fashioning up an alibi for myself, but I'm glad to know I won't be needing it. Now that I think about it, running away would have probably been the smart idea. The first person who discovers the body is always the first suspect. Though they always turn out to be the red herring in the end. Emmeline, is that you? Ah, good thing you remember my name. I was worried that I turned you into an amnesiac. That would have been super bad. Forgetting memories is so cliche, you know? I seriously hate that in K-dramas, or J-dramas, or C-dramas, whatever dramas. If they have amnesia in the end, in the last 3 episodes, it's like, who are you? What? We're together? What? I hate that. But yeah, agreed, Emily. Not remembering anything, not your family or your name, and all the hot boys suddenly fall in love with you? So sketchy, amnesia, girl. Really? That's the best that you could do? Don't worry, dear. If you turned into amnesiac, I drop you from the game immediately. Thanks, I can always count on you. Anything for you. This is Emily. She is 4 years older than I am and we met in college. Despite how she looks, she's helped me out a lot in the past during my times of need, so I trust her a lot. I have difficulty connecting with other people, so I guess you could say that she's my only friend. Wow, I get you, my character. I get you. I don't understand half of what comes out of her mouth, though. I doubt she does either. Emmeline, you just knocked me down. Give me a second to catch my breath before you start rambling again. Sorry, I was just so excited to see you. It feels like forever since we last met up, you know? Yeah, definitely. But you were busy, right? With the hourglass experiment or whatever, so it's fine. Huh? You know about that? That's all anybody has been talking about at school? How there was some serial killer going around that they finally caught last week and that the scientists were working on him to try to find some answers? Is that what they're saying about it? Is that not true? Who knows? Emmeline. Hey, don't look at me. You know this stuff is confidential. Sorry, dear. I can tell you that we did catch the culprit. Though, so you can sleep well at night again. Everyone was talking about it at school the week before the end of the semester. I usually don't pay attention to others, but it caught my attention. With all this advanced Italian technology around here, to have been able to kill multiple people before getting caught just means that the guy was pretty skilled. And those experiments they're running on him, the hourglass experiment, what does that mean? Is it supposed to symbolize the amount of time it took? I hope Emmeline's careful. They might have caught him, but a serial killer is a serial killer. He might still be dangerous. Did the guy mention what his motive was? I guess I can tell you that. Keep your mouth shut, okay? You know I have no other friends or family. Who am I going to tell? Oh dear, that got dark really fast. Well, to be honest, we're not really sure what to think of it either. The motive was to save the Alexander family. The Alexander family, the most powerful people in this country, a long lineage of genius scientists who came up with the HASBER project years ago and continue to improve on it today. What does that even mean? Are they in danger? I don't really know. Security's been tightened after that, of course, but there haven't been any signs of any assassination attempts or anything. There's nothing we can really do now, but wait. I see. Why would a serial killer need to save the most powerful people in the country? There are so many holes in that explanation, but I doubt Emmeline knows very much about it either. Well, that's all that I can tell you for now. To answer your question from before, I've actually been busy with this rehabilitation center. It's nice, isn't it? It's my baby. I submitted a proposal to the government and it's been approved, so I get my very own building and my very own underlings. It's exciting stuff. Oh wow, this is yours? I always knew Emmeline was smart, but this is something else. Congrats, this is pretty legit. I know, right? I was so happy when they granted my request. So, what do you do here? I'm really curious about your super sciencey stuff. Oh well, I guess since you want to know that badly, I have no other choice but to tell you. So as you know, we have this super cool thing called the HASBER project, Human Advancement for Societal Benefit and Experimentation Research. Gosh, that's a mouthful. Why didn't they just name it something simple like the experiment? We'd all know what it was referring to. Clearly, they didn't think this through. I thought scientists aren't supposed to label stuff so vaguely. So you do listen to my science rambles. Not going to lie, I had my doubts. I was pretty sure you were just sleeping with your eyes open. No, they're super interesting, I promise. I just can't understand them most of the time and end up dozing off. Anyway, wouldn't happen to me. The HASBER project genetically modifies you. Have you ever wanted to be OP? Well, now you can, free of charge. Well, not really free of charge, but I'm supposed to market it that way. Orders from the top. You know, it's actually pretty expensive, but worth it, supposedly. Emmeline, I know that the HASBER project is great. You don't need to sell it to me. Patience, dear. I'm setting the stage for our audience. It's up to the characters like me to give the background premise. After all, that's the reason for my existence. Such is the tough life of NPCs. Oh, self-aware game, I like it. You don't have to be the NPC forever. Keep working hard and even you can become the main character. Well, I already have the power of friendship, so I guess I'm already 80% there. Does that mean I have to die next to give you your tragic backstory? That's the spirit! Better watch my back. The HASBER project. The Alexander family came up with the process of human experimentation to combat the Martascan armies years ago. Personality, memory, and everything else is retained. The only thing altered are physical abilities. Or, as Emmeline likes to put it, the experiment basically maxes out all of your stats. There's a long waiting line for the HASBER project. The line is full of volunteers who wish to represent their countries. Countries or country? Tell me country. I am grateful for the experiment. My parents were both slaughtered by bandits. I wish to avenge them one day. However, even though I've been eligible to volunteer for many years, I haven't done so yet. I think I'm scared of the possibility of dying. Citelle is a glorious country with wall after wall of security. Outside, however, is a different story. There are the Martascans, wild animals, and bandits who have lost their homes. I could die. To be scared of by such things, does it mean that my resolve is not firm enough? Does that make me weak? So, as you can see, we're in a clinic of some sort. I call this Emmeline Super Duper Rehabilitation Therapy. That's very original. Thank you. I stayed up all night trying to see if I could think of the most cringeworthy name. I'm glad you appreciate it. And who is this therapy for? Did you mean Super Duper Rehabilitation Therapy? Who is this Super Duper Rehabilitation Therapy for? I thought you'd never ask. The HASBER project failures, of course. The HASBER project is exceptional, but it is not perfect. There are some inexplicable cases where the experiment does not work. Scientists have tried for years to see what causes immunity to this process, though they have not been able to discover anything. As such, people with immunity are released back to their daily lives, but they are often shunned by society. In Citelle, there's nothing more useless than a citizen who cannot serve the country. You want to rehabilitate the failures to make it so that their experimentations work? Please, no, I'm not a miracle worker. Here at Emmeline Super Duper Rehabilitation Therapy Center, we hope to offer 14-day periods where physical and mental therapy are given in order to restore as much normalcy as into their lives as possible. We accept all affected by the HASBER project, whether directly or indirectly. We're old farts over the hill though, so we don't keep up with the youngster trends these days. That's where you come in, a refreshing dash of youth. If you're old when you're 23, then I'm doomed. While we're working their bodies back into shape, you provide the necessary human interaction and comfort that the subjects need. I am 4 months away from being 23. I'm already called old by people not that much younger than me. Don't worry, main character. Don't worry. As you might know, society doesn't take failed subjects very well, so many of them live in fear and seclusion. So we hope that with you here, we will be able to help some of them open up and look past these failures and continue moving forward. I can't read anymore. I compiled a list of 5 people around your age, so you will have things you can talk to them about. Reading, it's exhausting. Like homework, yeah, that's a super trendy topic for university students, isn't it? So basically you want me to do unpaid labor for you? Well, that's not quite how I'd put it, but yes, you got the gist of it. I am not sure about this, Emily. You know how I feel about the failures. It's not that I hate them or anything, but I just like society doesn't look favorably upon those who failed the experiment. It doesn't treat those who hang around the failures very well either. Guilty by association, as the saying goes. I never thought I would ever have to interact with them. I do, and you know I wouldn't have asked if I didn't think you could really help. Besides, maybe you'll learn something new from them. You wanted to volunteer for the experiment, didn't you? Maybe you'll figure out what not to do in order to avoid becoming one of them. Please? Okay. I guess okay. Sorry for manipulating your answer choices like this. It's not like I ever had a choice on this matter anyway. I know how stubborn you are. Don't be like that. You'll be thanking me for this by the end. Who knows? Maybe you might even become friends with some of them. Not with the failures. I can't have that show up on my files. After these 2 weeks, I'm going to be admitted into the experiment. I'm going to be finally representing my country. I don't need my record to be blemished before I even start. And it's unheard of for someone who passes the HASBER project to be friends with someone who failed it. But it's fine. If Emily's asking, that's the least that I can do. She's helped me out so many times before or after all. As long as I cut all ties afterwards, I can help them out with their problems or whatever. And after these 2 weeks, I'll be able to participate in the HASBER project without having to wait in line. I've been on the waiting list many times, but I always end up dropping out before it becomes my turn. If I complete this, the process will be automatic. It's the push that I need. There won't be any room for self-doubt. Oh, you can do whatever you want in your free time, by the way. You're not required to spend all your time with the subject, after all. Go out and enjoy your youth. It only comes once. By the time you get as old as I am, I wish you got out more. Nowadays, my muscles won't even cooperate with me. My mind tells my body to do 100 push-ups, but, well, so no. Emily's only 4 years older than I am, but she already has her life together. She knows people in high places and has access to all the resources she needs. She devotes all her energy to make Citelle a better place. She's directly connected with the scientists of the HASBER project and the most influential people in this country. She even has her very own building, and she's using it to rehabilitate the failures. She's amazing. I hope that when I'm her age, I have accomplished just as much as she has. Well, I guess you should go around and meet them. They're all in their rooms, so go introduce yourself and talk with them all for a bit. Come back after you're done and let me know which subject you want. It feels kind of like I'm picking a pad. Okay. Let's start from the first room on the left then. I need a short break. I will continue recording this. Don't worry, I just need a short break. And I'll be right back. You won't even notice. except for the cat. That's why I'm telling you this. So, see you in a bit.